You're listening to Mike James Rock Show with Dan and Mike.
Right, it's Dan from the Mike James Rock Show. I've got two members of Make Them Suffer. And, well, how are you doing, guys?
Very good. Very excited.
Excellent.
I understand that you are yet to play.
That's right.
So, are you excited? Ready for it?
Absolutely, yes. We've come in hot off the back of 7 weeks of touring and a holiday to Greece, and now we're in down.
Aren't we in 9 weeks? Anyway, it's been a long...
Yeah, we had 2 weeks of Greece, though.
It's been a long... Yeah.
And you guys have got basically quite a short, punchy set today as well, haven't you? So it's kind of turn up, just smash people in the face for 35 minutes.
Yeah.
You're going to be playing some of the new stuff that you've sent us this year?
Yes, we will be playing all the new songs that we've released, as well as some of the older songs, just all the bangers. All the bangers is the plan.
Is that kind of fun when you've been doing like other sets for a while, just to turn up to a festival and just play the ones that you know people are going to love?
Absolutely. Headliner sets are extremely stressful. And we're playing some longer sets on this run and pulling some songs out of the vault that we haven't played since before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So that's always super weird.
That's been a while then.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fun pulling out those every now and then as well, and yeah, it should be fun.
So I know that because you've not said anything in any press releases yet, probably can't give too many details, but are the new tracks signaling that we're going to get even more new stuff from you guys moving forward?
We've dropped hints. We've definitely dropped hints of what's to come, but no one's picked up on it yet, so...
The writing is on the wall.
I love what you actually mean is you've got a practice room and you've just got lyrics going down each wall now.
The writing is literally on the wall. Yeah.
So are you guys sort of excited to be writing more stuff? Because like I say, we've had 2 from you I think this year so far. What was the thoughts behind those? Because I know Epitaph meant quite a bit, though you have to forgive me, I can't remember the details on your press release that was actually explaining what Epitaph was all about.
Well, Sean is definitely the creative brain.
And I have no idea. Fuck, what are those lyrics even, what do I even say?
I'm more like the energy, I'm just like, fuck yeah, but then the meanings...
I like to think that Make Them Suffer is a band that creatively is based mostly in fantasy.
Okay.
So I guess the overall message is that the planet is fucked and we're all going to die. But really, it's a concept song in a way. It's aliens and angels and, I don't know, read the lyrics and, maybe you'll make your own interpretation.
Because you do kind of blend, I was looking into you guys to try and remember everything, and I think I actually read too much and then forgot a lot of the things I had prepped. But the 3 is metalcore, black and death metal, and then fantasy metal. Would you say that the internet has got that right, describing your sound, or
we should just
do we
edit
need to
our
go and find
Wikipedia
them?
right now and just make that our opening line on Wikipedia for sure.
Former avant-garde folklore black and symphonic deathcore band turned modern
noir post
matrix core.
I mean, that's still shorter than some subgenres that bands label themselves with. So.
And then just let metalcore Reddit just fight to the death on whether that's legitimate or not.
It's fine. I think as long as you can define yourself that closely, people are going to know what you're all about, you know? Maybe a bit too much, and then they won't actually listen to them because they're like, well, I don't like the Matrix element.
I love reading people's interpretations of what the songs are about.
Especially since I have no idea.
You put a lot of thought into it, but then I think when you're writing the lyrics, you really care about the meaning, but then once it's out there, it's exciting when people just make up their own vibe, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's a bit like Shakespeare. I'm pretty confident that he was just a drunk, wordy man that never expected things to be looked into this much.
He was like, he's probably got imposter syndrome. How did I get here?
I am not the greatest writer of all time. I just wanted to see some people do stuff on stage.
Yeah, exactly right.
I think it's funny how, for me personally, my sort of creative goals in terms of writing music has changed over the years, where I used to really value things like, how poetic the lyrics were or how smart or clever they were. And now I think my goal is when people listen to just go, that's fucking sick. I
mean, it's pretty fair. I don't think a lot of people would admit to that change in their career. Because most people either want to stay poetic or you get to, a bit older. I'm not saying that I'm, that old, but I just get angrier and angrier and angrier in my opinion on life. Are you finding that's happening too? Or, I mean, you do have a band called Make Them Suffer. It does feel like anger is inherent to everything that you do.
Yeah, for sure, but we're trying to keep a positive outlook these days.
It's like.
So are we going to see like a name change, Make Them Smile or something?
No fucking way. The best part about being in Make Them Suffer is explaining to people what our band name is.
Friends and family, it's always a great dinner conversation.
Yeah, exactly right. No, I love it.
Like for the non-metalheads, like,
Yeah.
but why do they need to suffer? And
You
you're
know
like,
what? They never ask. They just laugh and it's great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they just go, oh, that's great. Yeah.
Alrighty, what are you guys doing as soon as you leave Download? Is there like another show that you're heading off to, or do you get a bit of a break after the festival? Because that was like, you said 9 months of touring to get to this point.
Yeah, we're doing Euro Summer.
Yeah, we've got a show, I think right after this we have a day off tomorrow, and then we're going straight to Frankfurt for a show. We've got a whole bunch of
We're playing with
shows.
Bury Tomorrow, who are an awesome band.
Very
We're taking
nice.
them to Australia again later in the year. We're playing with While She Sleeps, Silverstein, some side shows, festival appearances all across Europe. So
Very excited for the other festivals as well.
Yeah. Are you planning to sleep?
We're going to try. There's very little suspension in our bus at the moment, so when it's stationary, sleeping is fine.
what is sleep?
Yeah.
So you kind of pray for a traffic jam just to get a few minutes in here or there, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, a few minutes, Kip.
Yeah.
Anyway, wish you the best of luck. We keep them short and sweet at festivals
Thank you.
so that you can go and do
Yeah.
lots of them.
Hell yeah.
But thank you for taking a couple of minutes to chat
Awesome.
with us.
Thank you so much.
Nice one.
Cheers. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Right, it's Dan from the Mike James Rock Show, and I get this member of Mice and Men to introduce himself.
Hi, this is Phil Manansala from the band Of Mice and Men.
I understand you're one of the stringsmen.
I do play some strings every occasional time I'm on stage. Yeah, we do that, but guitar.
Not like this violin.
Cello, no, just electric guitar, distortion, lots of it.
And it's our first time, like me and you, actually chatting. I've chatted to your other band members before. And so you've managed to wrestle the microphones away from them and come have a chat.
Yeah, it's difficult when they are the interview guys, but I told them it's time. The reckoning has come. I got a lot to say.
Hell yeah.
Maybe not, but I'm here to say whatever comes in mind.
Well, I'm not going to put you on the spot too much. Just like, well, go for it. Instead, we're going to talk about a little bit of new music. So your album, the last one, came out in October of last year. I think we chatted to Aaron about it at the time. So you guys are now wrapping up sort of all of that stuff and looking maybe to write in some new stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think that that album hasn't even been out a year, and we're already kind of moved on to our next cycle, which is, I mean, we're a band that continuously writes music, nonstop. When we're on a tour bus and all of us are there, that's kind of like our studio because we don't live together or near each other anymore. So when we're there and all of us could put in our own influences or our thought process behind writing together, that's the easiest place for us to come together and write music these days.
Do you find that sometimes it's just a case of somebody's playing something almost as absent-mindedly, can't get that word out, and then somebody else will go, I like that, let's make something of that?
Yeah, because sometimes you could think in your head like, oh, it's not good enough, or I don't think singing could be on it, and then Aaron's like, no, I could sing on it, or Tino changes up the drums up to make it sound more like us. I mean, all of us do so many significant different things in the band that create our songs, and sometimes we don't believe in a song, but then Aaron or Tino or myself or Alan come through and change the dynamic of it, and then we'll pursue something that we like or fight for something that we already love.
I mean, you guys have quite a defined idea per album as well, don't you? Because it's not, you don't just do Of Mice and Men by numbers. It changes every time that you go into a new writing process.
Yeah.
Is that planned, or is it just something that comes out in the process you were just talking about?
I think it's just getting a little older, and with experiences and how you visualize what you want to do with your own personal concept of art. All of us kind of have our own vision on what we want to bring in writing style for the band. So it's kind of, getting older and having your own personal art experience that you want to do and share it with the other 3 members of the band and try to make it us.
Yeah. And on a note, like, is it something that you guys have ever considered doing, like, a full unplugged release? I ask you because you would be probably key to that, being on the guitar. Is it something that you would like to do? Is that a challenge to you, or is it just not that interesting?
No, it's interesting. I think it could be cool. Definitely have to do the songs without the breakdowns, because I think, like, just open string on an acoustic break. We do have enough sing-along songs, though. Like, reimagined style, we really can.
I'd love to hear Back to Me as an acoustic.
That's one of them that can be.
It's a good song.
It is a great song. It is a great song. We wrote that with the guitar player of 30 Seconds to Mars,
Really?
Stevie.
Nice.
So yeah, just a random, cool writing session we got to do with somebody different that, looks at music differently from us as well.
Yeah.
So it was a great experience to do that. But yeah, one day we'll, we've talked about it on the next album. Let's do a song and then do a reimagined version. So we've always been wanting to do that sort of thing and make it an actual, single or an actual track on the album. It just, now since we're doing an album, we've talked about it, it's more likely that the possibility could be there.
I mean, I would enjoy if you guys did an EP or even a full length of the last few albums, as we say, the best ones that can be reimagined.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
So I had the idea of doing that too, was, like knocking on Taylor Swift's way of Taylor's Way.
Yeah.
I wanted to do songs from our past, but who's in the band now? But we can't because we're on a different label, so kind of just shot it down pretty hard, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It is kind of what it is, but I mean, maybe one day we could tap into something like that for fun if we could get the rights from past labels to get to do that.
I mean, all I'm going to say is that as a fan, you're the best iteration of Of Mice and Men that's ever been. Like, you guys right now, I'll even admit to not, like, I knew who you were, listened to it, but it never hooked me in as much as when you guys started writing as the version of yourselves now.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's just the coming with an adult look of our band now, rather than being younger in our 20s, like, not caring, like, whatever, just record whatever, and no thought or logic behind those songs. And now it's like all thought and logic of how we want to be heard and seen, and how we want to be portrayed as our art of musicians.
Hell yeah. Well, it's only going to be a quick one because it's a festival and I can see that there's people waiting for you.
Oh, good.
And I think I'm one of your first interviews as well. So.
Yeah, I was outside. Just
in flip-flops, by the way. We're just going to pan down to the flip-flops. Look, and for comparison, that's why he's wearing flip-flops. Look at that. These used to be beige boots. Yeah. I'm not lying to you. But yeah, so we're going to let you go off, and hopefully you don't get too tired by the end of it.
That's all good. It's all good.
Thank you for taking a couple of minutes.
No problem. Thank you. Cheers. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Right, it's Mike from the Mike James Rock Show, and we are joined by delilahbon, finally on the Mike James Rock Show. Welcome.
Hello.
How's your experience been so far at Download?
It's been wicked. It was awesome. It was very muddy, and
it has been.
It was super muddy, but people showed up, and it was wicked.
That's cool.
It's
You're
really
making
good.
quite a buzz for yourself at the moment. The album's
so?
just dropped. It just seems to be constantly in my feed.
Yep. Well, my album isn't out yet.
Is it not?
No, not yet. No,
it's just a secret radio thing that I've been listening to.
No. Is it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe. No, I've been dropping a lot of singles.
That's probably what it is.
So many
then.
singles, so it maybe feels like that, but no, not till September the 13th.
Oh, my birthday.
Is that your birthday?
That weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, thanks. That's awesome. So in that case, give us the lowdown on the album.
It's so I wrote it and produced it myself.
Okay.
And it's my villain era, for sure.
Nice.
It's mischievous. It's just kind of like, it's like me reacting to the hate comments that I got the past 2 years. It's been like a lot of people disliking my music online, and me kind of seeing that and being like, how do I turn this round? How do I kind of like own it?
Turn a negative into a positive.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Big middle finger up to them. And look, you're playing downloads, so it's obviously working.
It's working. It's working.
It takes a lot of guts and determination, and probably hours and hours of crying over a laptop somewhere and editing and all that
that's
kind
true.
of stuff.
Screaming, tantruming on the floor.
Yeah. Are you constantly one of these people that writes all the time, or do you like write, then do live shows, then write? So your concentration's not all over the place?
My concentration is all over the place.
Sorry.
It is.
It's a funny question to ask.
Yeah, 'cause we talk about live show, and it's like, what are we doing on the live show? What's this? And I'm like, at the minute, my brain is in music video land.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, I'm doing that, I'm doing this.
There's a lot
but
on.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
To be fair,
Yeah. We manage it.
Yeah.
we do it.
And it's only going to get more and more as the album gets closer and closer, I guess, as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm guessing the rest of the summer is just promo and like albums and album promo and like getting out and touring festivals and stuff.
Yeah, I should be promoting a song right now.
You should be, yeah.
I should be.
Go on then, tell us all
I
about it
should
then.
be. I have a song called The Internet that. Oh dear, I can't remember when it's coming out. I can't remember, but soon. Literally,
You'll hear it on our show anyway.
Literally, I think it's like 2 weeks' time. But it is. My releases have been like back to back, and I did it to myself. I was like, I want it to be like that. I want it to be one comes out, give it a while, next one, and it's the hardest I've worked.
That's why you're constantly in my newsfeed.
That'll be it. That'll be it.
But that's the thing nowadays. You have to have something out constantly. You can't
do.
drop an album and then 2 singles and then wait 18 months for the next one. It's just a different way now, isn't it? Post-pandemic, you find it like everyone moved in the pandemic to the internet, and then they're not coming back. It's all right. We want this. We want that. We want this. We want that. It's clips and everything.
Yeah. More.
Exactly. How do you feel about doing just content for the sake of having to do content to keep your brand and name out there?
Sometimes I get worried about it because like now I'm thinking I'm at Download Festival. I'm enjoying myself, but I'm thinking I haven't promoted my new song, and I need to get onto that. I need to promote it, and it's kind of like it's a machine that you got to keep feeding.
Yes.
It's a beast.
Yeah.
But it's a rewarding beast if you keep going. It's like at first it's kind of like you're feeding this beast and you feel like you're just constantly making content and it just feels like it goes nowhere. But then when you do get on a roll, it's like now you can't stop.
And then when you think the content's not going anywhere, and then get on stage at Download and you go, so people are actually paying attention.
That's it.
We're from Devon, so we don't see anyone in the industry. And whenever we come to events like this, it's always like, people are paying attention to us down in the Shire. What's the plans after the album comes out? Is there going to be a UK tour or any live dates?
Yep, we have a tour in September. So it's September, November. We've got a UK tour and a Europe tour.
Okay, headliner? Or
Headliner, yeah.
Nice.
Headliner tour. And then I'm trying to get to America.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Our main station's in America and we still haven't been out there.
Yeah.
We've been on it for 10 years plus.
Yeah, I know, it's hard though. It's hard. It's expensive.
Yeah, we just want to go out and do like a rock, one of the rock festivals over there.
Yeah.
Maybe like one of the Danny Wilmer type things.
Yeah, I think it's close.
Next year.
Yeah, you never know. Take us with you. We'll interview out there. Like, quite happy to go and sit in California in September or something. What's the immediate plan for the next couple of weeks then? You're doing more festivals. I did think I saw you announced for Pride in London.
London Pride,
Yeah, that's going to be quite a big one, isn't it? Glastonbury, is that the same day?
It's the same day.
Not just the same weekend. Oh my days.
No, London Pride's at 2 p.m. in Leicester Square, and then Glastonbury at Shangri-La at midnight.
Wow. And then do you get to stay at Glastonbury?
Yeah, we get to like have a wander around.
Yeah, for a bit. We won't get there till 9, will we?
Yeah, this is the thing is like playing today. We've played really early, so we've got all day to just enjoy it. Usually, it's like you play later, and you're like,
Well, you can hang around and watch Coldplay then, can't you?
Yes.
I think you've been doing Leeds and Reading and 2,000 Trees as well, so you really get those.
And Boomtown.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah,
really good. Yeah.
And Boomtown. You've done that before.
Yeah.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Oh,
it was
We've done that a
wicked.
few times.
Wicked.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
You can just get lost. It's a bit like Glastonbury. There's a little bit of something for everyone at Boomtown.
Yeah, it's wicked.
Well, it's been short and sweet because it's a festival interview, so we just want to wish you good luck with the album that comes out in September. No doubt there's bound to be another couple of singles before that, knowing the rate you're at the moment.
I'm working hard.
Thanks very much for joining us on the Mike James Rock Show.
Thank you.
Right, it's Mike from the Mike James Rock Show. We're at Download 2024, and Adam from thestruts is joining us.
Hello.
Ahead of your main stage performance.
Yes.
Nervous, excited, bit of both?
Bit of both, yeah, because I'm from here
So all my family and friends are here. I've got like loads of friends from school in the audience.
Oh, mate.
Yeah,
Extra pressure, right?
Yeah. I grew up like 5 minutes that way.
Oh,
so
really?
yeah.
So this is literally is a home gig for you then.
Literally, yeah. I could hear this my whole life growing up. So.
Did you ever think you'd be playing here?
I always wanted to play here, and that was my naive dream as a 13-year-old kid with a guitar. But I am here, so something's gone right along the way.
It's obviously got something to do with the lay of the land, I guess. Cause there's something in the Midlands, like heavy metal, rock, and all that. It's the hallowed grounds of Donington.
Yeah.
Exciting.
It's an honour to play this hallowed turf.
Lush. It's been quite a year for you already. Your album's dropped. You've been touring relentlessly. How's the first half of the year been in the run up to Download for you?
Honestly, it's been great. We went to Australia and opened for Slash with his solo project, and then we went to Canada with Queens of the Stone Age.
Nice.
And so we had 2 great support tours, and then we just did a bunch of festivals in America and some headline shows.
Is that like the Kentucky? What's it called? No, Kentucky.
We did one called Shaky Knees in Atlanta.
Okay.
I can't remember what we did actually, but a bunch anyway. And so it's been a really good year so far. The new album's gone down really well.
Good.
We've got this, and we fly tonight to Italy for another festival.
Tomorrow?
Yep. And then
it's on the circuit now then, I guess.
Yeah, then a US run starting next month for 7 weeks.
That's quite a long run as well, isn't it? Right in the middle of summer across the States.
Yeah, I'll be sweaty and horrible.
Yeah. You're going, I wish I was still at Download, like at home kind of thing in the cast.
I've got 2 weeks off here after this, so I get to watch some England games and spend some time with some friends and family. And
nice.
Yeah, and yeah, man, and then we are coming back this year to the UK,
You are?
100%. I can't say when, but we are.
I'm guessing that's going to be announced soon. And
actually today, I think.
It'll be announced today, just not right now.
Yeah.
But probably as soon as you finish stage, I'd imagine there'll be some information on the billboards.
Yeah, by the time you're watching this, yeah.
Exactly. That's cool, man. So that's going to be around the UK, or is that Europe as well?
Both, yeah, both. Yeah.
Towards the end of the year, that's all we know at the moment. We'll be posting up on our socials, so keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Is there any news on writing at the moment? Are you still tinkering on new bits, or are you just in the touring mode at the moment?
We're kind of getting our writing hats back on now.
Okay.
Like next month, me and Luke are gonna go away and write a few songs, like for a few days, and
a writing retreat.
Yeah, like I've got we write individually and then we come together, and I think the 4 of us are just gonna get a room and jam as well. So nice. I think just start the process again. It's we wrote like 50 songs for the last album, so
wow.
It was kind of nice when we finally finished recording it. It was like, don't have to worry about writing any songs for a while.
So you're going to revisit the ones that didn't make it, or have they just they've been wiped, they're buried?
We kind of did that on the last album, because we wrote a bunch, and then we were like, that song from 10 years ago, let's rework that as well. And then, so
nostalgia's all the rage nowadays.
Yeah. So we'll see, but I'm just looking forward to seeing what we're going to do next. I think we tried some different things on this last album, and I think that's a rabbit hole we kind of wanted to go down a bit more. So
nice. It keeps it fresh in your head as well, doesn't it? Sort of like you don't want to be churning out the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I think what's that saying? Like the definition of insanity is doing the same experiment and expecting different results.
Exactly.
And I think we've done 4 records pretty much of similar kind of stuff, so I think it's time we tried something.
Change it up.
Yeah, just try something different.
Well, that's a perfect way to end an interview, I think. Try something different, kids.
Yeah. And
thanks very much for joining us on the Mike James Rock Show.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoy your set later.
I will.
Right, it's Dan from the Mike James Rock Show. I'm going to get these lovely members of Dreamstate to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name's Jessie.
Hi, I'm Aled.
And wow, you are in Dreamstate. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
And so we can actually talk about things that maybe isn't talked about in other interviews because it's not going out straight away. Mm-hmm. I understand there might be a tour.
Yes. Last year we were really fortunate to go out as main support with ADF across most of Europe, and it feels like it did quite well because we pretty much have been invited to go back as a headliner. So we're going to be doing some really big UK shows and then the rest in Europe. And I'll let Aled tell you about our special guests.
Yeah, so we're doing UK and Europe for the first time this October and November, and we're bringing Red Hook with us from Australia.
Very nice.
It's gonna be great, and I think for us to have that opportunity to headline Europe when we've just been there as a main support with Red Hook feels like that sort of like.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and it feels like it feels like a big deal to us.
Are you thinking that you might bring Red Hook on stage for a song or two, maybe?
We will see. Just happy that they're coming down.
Well, we actually just posted a clip from last year when we interviewed them, and they are big fans of throwing yourself into another human being. So
that's fun.
Yeah. Make sure that when they're watching you, you're playing something heavy enough that they can throw themselves into another human being on behalf of Dreamstate.
Sounds good.
I'm getting into that. Yeah.
And am I right in thinking you guys have already played today? Or?
We have.
Played now on the Avalanche, and I think my heart's still on that stage. It was phenomenal.
It was sick.
Yeah.
It was wild.
I mean, it would explain the trail of blood from that stage. To be fair,
it was. I didn't expect that many people to be there, and they were. So thank you.
We could see that, from what the PR said, is you guys packed out your stage.
It was full. It was so full.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
And given what the weather's been like today, where some people have just gone abandoned things back to the tent, it must be quite a good feeling knowing that enough people were interested in braving the conditions just to see you guys.
Hell yeah.
It means a lot to me. Like, I've wanted to play this festival since I was like 14, and to have an opportunity with Dreamstate and it be so busy. I remember saying, like, is everyone here for us? And the whole fucking outside the tent, inside the tent, just put their horns up, and I nearly cried. Yeah, that's why my glasses are on, because I feel a bit like woo.
It's been a while since I've had somebody this excited. I'm guessing first time playing in that.
That's my first time. Yeah, I'm just really grateful to be here. Yeah.
Whereas you're quite chill. I'm guessing that you've had a couple of big.
Been there, worn a t-shirt.
Yeah. But no, it doesn't get old. It doesn't get old. I just love it.
Well, I imagine it must be quite fun because you guys have had, an interesting few years, and you guys have been really building what Dreamstate is now for the last couple.
Yeah.
Today must have been a really good payoff to know that people are actually that invested in this version, which is my favourite version, just to clarify.
Thank you.
But it must be nice for you guys because you've worked so hard to keep Dreamstate as a thing, and then
it's all thanks to this guy. He could have retired it, back then, but I'm grateful he didn't. But honestly,
I think we all are, to be honest.
You need to big up Alan Evans because he's kept the flame alive, and look where we are now because of that, taking that leap of faith.
Well, I was going to say, it feels like in many ways, musically and with the live response that you're getting, it's the best era by far of Dreamstate,
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I feel like we're all personally doing things to ensure that we are like the best we can be when we're live, and I think it's paying off, definitely.
Well, that's really good. I mean, I'm super excited because I think it's a testament to not giving up, And I remember reading, if you don't mind me saying, like some of the things you said at the time of how torn you were. Do I stop? Do I keep going?
Yeah, I mean, at the time I thought, well, if I don't try, then I might look back and regret not trying. And if I do try and it doesn't work, then at least I know I have tried.
Yeah.
But it seems to be paying off. So we're here, we're playing fucking download, so doing something right.
Well, I know that at least one other UK band that when I was chatting to them, not on camera but off camera, Our Hollow Our Home said that when they had a similar thing happening, they actually thought about you guys and went, no, that's why we're going to keep going. Cause
they have reached out and sort of said like something similar, that a lot of bands actually have reached out to me and been like, hey, we've been on hiatus for years, but we've been quite inspired by your journey and the leap of faith you've all taken. So I feel like quite a few bands are looking at the Dreamstate bandwagon and thinking, I want a piece of that pie. There's room for lots of, there's room for everybody. So that's super cool to hear that they said it to someone else, because they were at the top of their game and they had similar things to Dreamstate. So I just feel excited that we can be part of that inspiration, to be honest.
And are you guys going to be putting all of this energy into the next stage of writing that you're going to be going into?
Oh, absolutely.
We're on it. We're on it like a car bonnet. I write every day. It annoys my husband to high heaven, but here we are.
That's natural.
Yeah, so I think I'm excited to get back into a studio, get some new videos out, get working on an album. We've not given you an album yet. We've given you 2 EPs, so I think an album is next.
I'm trying to work out if there's stress on the face of this man. Album good by you as well?
He's doing a massive house renovation right now, and he has a full-time job, and he's literally, I went and saw it, it's like that, the house isn't brick. So, again.
Yeah.
I think we know who runs his fan club. The rest of the band, which is the best way.
If you don't support your band, then like, what's the point? You know what I mean? You've got to be all blowing smoke up everyone's behind, because without each other, you're not a band. So, but all I'm telling you is I've been to the house. So if you're saying he looks tired, he's doing a huge renovation on his own. So
It's nearly there.
It's a slightly like, are you still thinking about the next thing that needs to be done on the house, even when you're like chatting to
Nah, I'm
us?
at download. I'm on holiday now.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Good.
it's someone else's problem for now.
yeah.
It's not my problem.
We have just done a few warm-up shows, so I think we're a bit tired as well.
Well, I mean, also just being here and like the muggy weather, every like 5 minutes, like the pressure comes off. I'm like, I feel like I'm 20 again, and then it gets really oppressive. I'm like, and I'm back to being nearly 40.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, look, I won't take you too much of your time, probably because I'd end up just saying weird things like the weather is oppressive. But thank you so much. It's been awesome chatting to you after such a wicked show that you had.
Thank
you so much.
Thank
No worries.
you.